Hello again, this is the Watering Man. Now, today we're still in John chapter 4 verse 51, but God gave me a recording for yesterday and I have it pre-recorded. I'm going to be speaking on the temporary hibernation, torpor, and aestivation that God provides in the storms of our lives for us, okay, so we can survive. Because it's like whenever that baffling, confusing wind, it's got the cartoon stars going on in our we're dazed and confused. God provides this. I have pre-recorded. Here it goes.
Hello again. This is the Watering Man. I'm going to put another little addition in there that God was just showing to me. Now, I'm going to name this, or try to put it in there, see how I can put it in there. I've only got so much space on the title, okay? And I'm going to call this the Watering Man in God's correction process. God provides temporary hibernation, torpor, and aestivation all the days of your life so you can survive. Now, on all the days of your life, just exclaim. You know, because when that storms your life, when you're baffled and confused, and there's like cartoon stars going on, like on cartoon when they hit them in the head or something, and all of a sudden you see the stars going around their head. They're just not thinking well. Right? They're not functioning well. I'll tell my wife that sometimes when my head's bothering me, that left side of my head, and it's doing all kinds of stuff. You know, sometimes my pupil will dilate great big. One of them get great big, my left one gets great big, and my right one gets real small. And I don't know what's going on. It's from that brain injury, and I'm just, at that time, I got to ice and do what I can. Often sleep it off. Well, that's kind of like this hibernation, torpor, and aestivation that animals do to survive like real harsh environmental things, like a lack of water and nutrients, a time of death like winter, which is real cold and stuff. Now, hibernation is, we should probably know what hibernation is, right? They go into like a dormant, deep sleep where their body temperature cools down to a lot colder than normal. They can survive. Okay, this is a survival state in this really harsh, bitter cold stuff like in the winter. Okay, and this is usually like preceded by them like fattening up. You know what I mean? Eating a lot and getting fat for longer periods of time. They go into this deep sleep where their breathing, their heart rate, and their body temperature and stuff all goes down. So really like a real slow state of being, of existing. They're still alive, but they're not really functioning very well at all. Their brain activity is not as much. Okay, this is natural. Now, that's hibernation. Okay, and these things, whenever we got these really hard things coming in our lives sometime, and we're getting into to the eye of the storm, but it's sitting down to, man, you can't hardly think or nothing. I mean, it's just hard to do anything. God provides the states of hibernation, torpor, and aestivation. Okay, I'm going to try to explain this best that I can, okay, in this little video. Like, I leave a lot enough time to put this on video because I'm just recording it now. Okay, now, this hibernation state would be like when we go down like to a deep sleep where our body temperature, our brain activity, everything's going down. We just can't hardly think. All of like cartoon stars going around our head. It's baffling and confusing. Oh, help me, Father, just get through this in as godly manner as possible. Help me to agree with you. But at that time, it's just it's all I can do just to hang on, and get ready to exercise my faith. Just like that little kid in the classroom, the teacher, Father God, up there. Well, he's got Jesus, Jesus, Yahweh is salvation, Father God is salvation. He's pointing the way. He's the way, the truth, and the life. He's the firstborn among many brethren. Us are thinking everything's got to go through God, go through Christ right into God, right? And they're all becoming one, God's love. Bearing much fruit, but you got to come out of this seed state. And every time, a lot of times, it puts you into this, like, you're getting dazed and confused in these storms of your life. Boom, some of the real harsh, hard fallow ground is in there. It's got to be heated up and really a lot of earthquaking going on, shaking you down to your core, causing these cartoon stars to come up. God, I want to agree with you with everything I got, but I just don't know what to do. Oh, please help me through this. Okay? Here, I'm giving you this hibernation, this torpor, and this aestivation state, just like the animals. In the winter and in the summer, they got these things. Well, this hibernation, you're going down into a very inactive state. Okay? For a time, it's temporary. Now, hibernation could be for a little bit of extended periods of time, like through the winter months. Okay? Now, let me go through here. Torpor is a lighter state of hibernation. It's like hibernation, but it's just not as long and as severe, and that they gotta take and store up a whole lot of fat stores and everything to help them, their bodies survive. Even in this lower down where they're using less calories and stuff to survive, less breathing, their heartbeat's slower, their brain's not working as much, because your brain uses a large portion of the calories in your body, your natural body. And then your mind is way beyond that. It's just a deep, deep, deep. It's not just a physical, tangible brain. Okay? God's providing this all the way down to deep, deep, deep. God's working in this relationship builder. That building process that He's doing all the way down inside each and every ball, from the biggest ball, your mind, cosmos thinking, down to the next little ball, all the way down to your single thought process, expand that up, and down to the tiny, 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 like a Planck size inside that, 1/8 to -35. And then inside that, it's expanded that up, and inside that, most of that is the beast nature, red dog, antichrist thinking. God's got to take that out. A lot of that's very, very hard stuff. You can't get it out yourself. No way. All you do is suppress anything, and it's right there. It's worse than ever whenever you come back. Like somebody, a drug user, really harsh drugs. They get doing real good. They're like Alcoholics Anonymous and different things like that. They suppress it. Think, oh, it's gone. But then one time they break down, they come back, and pretty soon it's worse than ever, and they die because they OD, or they do something like maybe they've been revived a few times by that Narcan. So they use Trank to get an even higher drug, enhance that drug beyond belief. It takes over. They can't help it. Oh my goodness, it's very dangerous. Some of them drugs, it's crazy. Okay? Now, and then carnal mind, that carnal mind is the most dangerous, most addicting. God's going all the way down in there. And now He's providing, when it gets down in there, it's way too much for you to handle, and there's like that cartoon stars going on in your mind. It takes a little bit to come out of that stuff. like really bitterly cold or really, really hot and pruning you up, drying you out. That's that aestivation phase. It's like hibernation in the summer, okay? It's a light hibernation in the summer. And that torpor, T-O-R-P-O-R, is like a light hibernation in the winter. Or, that some animals use to like get through like when there's like a cold front or something, and there's not very much food for them to eat at all, and water, maybe everything's frozen, and they got like this torpor. They go in for like a day or two, shorter periods of time. They go into like a light hibernation period where their body slows down, their brain and everything to conserve. It's a survival. So when they come out of that, then everything to come out of these three phases is hibernation, this torpor, this activation. And these are all provided by God for us. That's the animals doing this. And when God's taking up this beast nature, making it be still, put a muzzle on that old dog, on your beast nature, it often goes into a hibernation, a torpor, activation, or aestivation. It's spelled A-E-S-T-I-V-A-T-I-O-N. Okay? You go into this, like kind of a temporary. You can't stay there. Okay? But while that star's going on, when it's in its harshest thing, when God's putting the heat on, like zapping it out, getting ready to, or getting everything heated up to where when you come out of that state of hibernation activation, or hibernation, torpor, and aestivation, that there's a violent time. Your muscles are all contracted. It takes all the energy, that's all your reserves to come out of that. Just like the poor widow woman surrendered all that God was working on right there. Right? That's what I speak about. In this little ball, most of it, whatever part God said, that's messed up right there. You want me to chop it out? You want me to skim it out? You want me to circumcise the foreskin of your heart? And put you in this hibernation, torpor, and aestivation, like a survival. You can survive this, and then when you come out, man, everything vibrate, like your muscles all contracted, stretching, you're like coming back to life. You're resurrecting as you greenlight God. Yes, Father, yes. You're being tested in that storm. Are you serious about coming back to life? Are you agreeing with me with everything you got? Yes, sir, Daddy. I'm laying down at your feet in my mind. I'm surrendering all of that stinking stuff. I'm not feeding from this red way of thinking, my beast nature, my antichrist thinking. No more, not in this area. I'm giving it up. I surrender to you. I'm laying out prostrate. I'm worshiping like a true worshiper. Like in John chapter 4, verse 23 and 24. True worshiper. Worshiping in the spirit. The higher New Jerusalem. Not this man-made Jerusalem. Doo-doo, don't want doo-doo, poo-poo. Oh, I'm laying that down and kissing your hand, your works. It's sure the battle is yours, Father. As a dog licking his master's hand, and I'm laying out prostrate, flat on my belly. I'm not trying to walk it out and help you out. I'm not trying to do my hands right at my side. I'm in worship. As you do this, you're coming out of this. Wake up, you sleeper. Out of this sleep state of hibernation, torpor, and aestivation. Now, hibernation, we know what that is. Torpor is like a light hibernation for like wintertime, cold months. Survive that bitter, harsh stuff. That whenever you're getting down into bitter, hard, getting out that hard fallow ground in your heart. So you can increase to a higher and higher, more glorious, like element or way of being, existing in Christ. Going like from hydrogen to helium to on up. But it's much more, much greater than that. And that's all the way down in your mind. That's God is changing. God's argument, his explanation, and his intensification is causing this. He's sending the storm. It's not some silly old devil thing. That's the red way. Your own carnal mind trying to make sense of it in this carnal, in this confusing, baffling wind. That's bullshit. Throw it out. Vomit it out. Spew it out. God didn't tell you to get up there and hack, slash, and cast out all this imaginary demons, devils, all this bullshit. It's a false accuser. Come on, man. Come on, all that stuff. Don't want to be on that rudimentary stuff. Let's get down and get serious. I'm greenlighting God. Now, whenever you're coming out of that stuff, all this aestivation is like a summertime hibernation. To get through the really harsh times so you don't dry all out from a lack of word of God. In the storms, right in that, when God is testing you, the teacher, like in the natural, doesn't come up and tap you on the shoulder and say, you got that problem wrong, here, let me give you the answer. Now you gotta work it out, work out your own salvation. Not fear and trembling, but respect, honor, reverence. Whenever you're coming out of this, he gives you this, when you got that dazed and confused phase, like those stars going on, in the hot time, like in the daytime when it's heating it up, it's bringing up that dross to the top of the refiner's pot, it's going to skim it off. In order to do that, he's got to come out of this thing. And whenever you're coming out of each one of these phases, it's hibernation, torpor, or aestivation, these times whenever like you're like having to be still, means put a muzzle on your own dumbass donkey. Now to bring yourself back into his life, you got to be able to, whenever it comes up, when you wake up, it's going to go through a harsh time where you're using up all your reserves, your reserve energy. Because everything's like going nuts. Muscles are spasming and all kinds of stuff in the natural. When your spiritual mind, it's drawing on everything. You got to reply. Like say you're up to the 1, the 2, the 4, to 8, okay? And you got those to get to the 16, a denser understanding of God's love, enlightenment of God's love. You got to use the 8, all of it, the 4 plus 2 plus 1, and then the gap filler, the seed of Christ, to make it to 16. 8 plus 4 is 12 plus 2 is 14 plus 1 is 15, and you need that extra one, the gap filler, the lightning bolt, Christ, to go or, and let there be light, illumination, right? You got to be able to survive that. God's providing a way to survive. And as you're waking up, you sleeper, out of this hibernation, torpor, and activation, or aestivation. Keep looking at it, starting with the A, but it's aestivation. Okay? Aestivation. Yeah, I think it was pronounced aestivation. Okay? It's harsh. But oh my goodness, that little bit of suffering is bringing you back to life, back into God. You're coming from this lower way of existing in your double-minded state up a little higher to the self-existing one, the great I am. When God has tried me, I shall come forth as gold. God's refining, he's consuming, he's bringing you up to his higher way of existence, his love, his superior ways. Do you see what I'm saying? And he's providing a way when there seems to be no way. Oh, this is too much for me. All this baffling confusion. Oh, I got all the cartoon stars going on in my head. Somebody asks you, what's wrong with you? You can't just say, well, I broke my foot. Maybe you've got pains everywhere. Pressure's coming from all over the place. How are you going to explain? You can't explain it all. God puts it on there as tailor-made for you specifically to get out this part of that red thinking that's way down in there and to help that plant that seed grow into a great plant bearing much fruit for God at whatever level. Now, the one I was using, 1, 2 to 4 to 8, you'd use 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 and then in Christ to get like the gap filler to bring you up to 16. And this other stuff, you're like casting it away, laying it down. So don't care where it goes. Let God zap it out. The battle is the Lord's. He'll take care of it. That's how you get rid of it. Little bit by little bit by little bit. He doesn't take it just here magically and you're perfect in everything you do. From nothing, you can't go out around God's relationship building process. His correction is coming little by little by little. You can't say, well, I got water baptized, therefore everything's corrected in my mind. No. That Holy Spirit, that purifying, sanctifying Spirit of God baptizes you. Fire, purification, P-Y-R, pour. So it's pronounced in the Koine Greek. Oh my goodness. He completely submerges you in that bitter vinegar solution. Nobody wants to go through that. But oh my goodness, when you learn, it's changing your way you think. Inside little bit by little bit by little bit. It's in your secret place. Oh my goodness. There's nothing greater. These are bringing pearls of great price, bringing you into a higher understanding and enlightenment of God's love. Okay? Let me see what I got. God's changing the little balls of your thinking. He's purifying it from the lower state of thinking to the higher way. He's giving you an opportunity. Don't give up. Just because you're waking up and it's hard, you're using up everything you got. You got to surrender all that stuff in this little spot that God's pointing out to you. And you really don't even kind of understand it. You just got to trust. You got to exercise your faith in God. Yes, sir, Daddy God. And be thankful. Not say, well, I already know it, so I don't need your help. No. God is the S-U-C-C-O-R. He's succoring you. He's bringing you back to life. He's resurrecting you. Yes, sir, Daddy God, I love you. And you got to go through a little bit of stuff, a little bit of spasms and everything and whatever. And that spasms like in your mind, and you're thinking you got an earthquaking and going on in there. You got to put it into that old red dog thinking. It's the end time for it in this area. So I'm coming back to life in God. There's 2 in your field, 2 in your earth. One will be taken, one will be kicked out. Red dog, and one left. The rightful king. This squatting king gotta go. The rightful king is taking his place in your mind. God's bringing you up so you know him better and better and better. Gnosko, you know him intimately through experience, through the whole way, all of he's building you, that relationship builder in you is building that faith, that exercise. You exercise that faith, it's growing to the love of God, the truth of God. He loves you beyond the mere description of words. As you do this hope, exercising the hope, it's growing to a confidence in God. As you go from this conditional love, this double-minded stuff, it goes to God's love that's beyond the mere description of words. He's given you the racham, the ability to love him as he first loved you. So let's wake up, you sleepers. Agree with God. Don't be a chicken shit. Say, I can't do it, Dad. If you do repent, change your way of that, divorce that way of thinking. Appa. Heck, come from all that way of thinking. Quit being a chicken shit. Go ice. Go 2 towards and into God. And process to your revenge, go God's way, pro way, the superior way, God's professional way, if you will, to the highest way, E-N and S-Y-N God. N with relation to rest with God, and S-Y-N, in union with God. God's love. His love prevails. So tell that beast nature, be still. And while it's baffled and confused to get those higher levels, you may be put into a state of hibernation, torpor, and aestivation. God provides this so that he can make a way when there seems to be no way. So you quit this chicken shit stuff. I can't do it. You might do that for a while, and all of a sudden, hey man, I can do it. I gotta trust in God. The me, myself, and I, your own ego, no, you can't do it. God's doing that to get rid of this ego way. That ego must decrease. That edging God out is directly opposing to God. Your own carnal ways, that antichrist thinking, poop thinking. You just gotta take it out of control of that. So you gotta rely in God. And what it qualifies was God. And there's no way you can fool God. Sat, he brings you up. He brings you out of this sleeping state, of this hibernation, torpor, aestivation. Little by little by little. And all that big majority of that poop thinking in each little ball, like that one with 35 zeros after it, minus whatever level this seed of Christ is at. If it's at a 1, then it's that one with 35 zeros minus 1. If it's went from 1 to 2 to 4 to 8 to 16, and you're trying to go to 32, it's 1 with 35 zeros after it, minus that 16. The green, God, the Christ, is at the 16, trying to go to 32. It's increasing, but it hasn't yet. It's got to go through this processing of God. Sometimes it's pretty extreme. Sometimes it's the torpor is not enough to get you through that really harsh stuff. It needs to be in a full hibernation. A longer period. Alright? So, God's bringing us. As we exist in God, He's bringing us. As we greenlight God, follow Him. Didn't Jesus say to the disciples, the disciplined ones, follow me. That's been hot pursuit of me. Agree emphatically. Yahweh is salvation. Drop this. Poop thinking. Your antichrist thinking. Completely. I surrender all. I surrender all. Well, are you doing that or not? Or are you just playing games? Take your own temperature. You gotta work out your own salvation or deliverance from this double-minded state. Back up into the self-existing one, the great I am. Just like it says in Genesis chapter 15, verse 1. He told Abram, I am exceeding great reward, the self-existing one. We gotta exist through the 3 days, the 3 ages in our earth, in our earthly experience. In this relationship building process, we come back to the right-mindedness of God. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness. So you notice, God told Abram, before he went to the name change, nature, character, and authority change to Abraham. Oh boy, the father of multitude. In his mind, he's producing. That's like us, producing from this, like trickster, like a Jacob nature to Israel. The trickster, your carnality, your antichrist thinking, all the way higher and higher and higher to Israel, the rightful king, God. Let God prevail. May He rule as king. God prevails. Oh my goodness. not natural. Doo-doo tipple. Stuff done good. Jebusite, smite that sucker, lay it down. Alright, hope I did alright on that. I sure tried. So let's wake up, you sleeper. God's providing hibernation, torpor, and aestivation in a storm for your life. Have a good day. Hit like, subscribe. Give me kind comments. Thank you, Father. Amen.
Okay. Now, so I was going to go outside and do this outside at about 4 o'clock in the morning, and thought it'd be early enough I could drink my coffee and play this recording on here, and you could hear the birds and everything, and we could go through our seeing, hearing, taste, touch, and smell, and experience that. But my kitty come out there and he'd be right in my coffee and everything, and so he kind of didn't let me, so I just had to pet him and give me his food, okay? And he was more than happy to see me. But I would have done it, but I didn't want him right in my coffee, okay? So I did it this way. Come back in here, okay? Maybe I'll take it out there and do it another time when I don't have coffee like that, or I got my thermos to where he can't get inside of it. You know, he don't want to drink it, but he'll want to get down in it. And I don't want cat hairs down in it.